Asking me to choose amongst my 8 strategies is a little bit like asking me to choose amongst my children. Every one of them is important. But perhaps the 3, and I can't just do one, perhaps the 3 most important to me are lead like a woman, own your destiny, and advocate unabashedly for yourself. Lead like a woman means leading authentically. For so many years, women have been told that the model that they see in the men is the only way to lead. And yet many of us knew that the way we wanted to lead, the way we wanted to approach issues, was somewhat different. And what we've learned today is that both styles are styles of success. The way men lead is very successful, but for women, the way women lead is very successful for them. And there's a whole body of research now that shows that there is value to the bottom line. Corporations with more women in leadership are up to 69% more profitable than organizations with fewer women in leadership. And we find that employees and peers and bosses, when they rate leadership and they compare women and men, they rate women's leadership styles higher than they rate the men's styles. We have seen tremendous progress in women moving into leadership in corporations. Yet over the last few years, progress, especially at the top levels, has stalled. Now, some of that may be changing. We're beginning to see women identified as CEOs, IBM, Lockheed Martin, HP. We're beginning to see that women are moving into the CEO position. And that's important, because what we know is that change begins at the very top of the corporation. And that unless the CEO, herself or himself, behaves in an inclusive manner, unless that CEO is, rather than delegating inclusivity to some other group or to a personnel department, but the CEO himself or herself is actually behaving in an inclusive manner, that's what's going to change whether or not women are moving into the C-suite. The Center for Women in Business at the U.S. Chamber is so valuable. And it's valuable for 2 reasons, in my opinion. One, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is an organization of businesses, large businesses, small businesses, and it's really important for all of those business leaders to see that we have a center that is focusing on women and women's leadership. At the same time, while we're creating credibility for women's leadership with the general membership, we're providing an opportunity through this center for women to have the opportunity to grow, to learn from one another, to flourish as professionals.